Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ipegunati from NK Tech Solutions. Now this is the lesson 14 of the HTML tutorial for beginners, and today we are going to be talking about how to add CSS into our website. Okay, all right, so we are going to look at three ways to do that. We're going to look at three ways to add CSS to our website, and I think these are the three basic ways used by developers, okay, to do that. And then we're going to look at these three ways. So the first is by using the inline styling method using the style attributes. And then we have another one which you can call the internal CSS styling method, okay, and that is used by the style tag, right? And then we also have the external CSS styling method using the link, okay, using the style sheet link. These are the basic three methods using adding CSS into our HTML. Right, so we're going to look at these three methods, and then we're going to look at the best method that we'll be using to style our website. Okay guys, so this tutorial is actually not for CSS. It's not a CSS tutorial course. Okay, we're just going to look at how to add CSS to our website and also how to add some basic colors, to our website. All right, now another tutorial is going to come up anytime soon. That is a crash course on CSS. Okay, so we're going to learn a lot in that course. We're going to learn how to add the box model, how to add background colors, how to do transition, keyframes, and then how to make our website to be to be responsive. We're going to look at a lot of that in that course. Okay, so just follow along with this tutorial, and then also expect the next course to drop anytime soon. All right, so let's go over to the three steps we're going to be looking at in this tutorial. So let's go through the first one. So now the inline styling method, all right? Now, in our previous lesson, while we are trying to develop our website up to this level, we made use of a method here. So as you can see, our heading here, the family therapy, and then in definition of family therapy, the style here is the color is red and it's centralized. Okay, so that's the styling method. And now the method used here is the inline styling method. So let's look at the code. Okay, so if you look at the code here we have the family, the h1 tag here. Okay, so we have a styling attribute, a style attribute. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This is the inline style method using the style attribute. Okay, so we give a color to be red, so the color is red, and then we give it text align to be center. Okay, so this is the styling method I'm talking about. All right, now the drawback or the problem with this method is that in a website we can have 50 to 100 heading. Okay, and then we have a lot of code, a lot of tags. Okay, now if you're going to be doing this adding this style in all of them, it's going to take a long time to develop. It's possible, but it's going to take a long time to this website. Okay, so a better way to do this is to use the other method that we're going to be learning in this tutorial. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so if you look at this if you look at this UL, okay, you find out that we have here the color to be red as well. Okay, so this is also the inline styling method. Okay, and that is what you're seeing here in the website. Okay, here, so for the unordered list you find out the color they are red, so that's the inline method. All right, so the second method we're going to talk about is the internal, I call it the internal CSS styling method. Okay, so with this you're going to be using the style tag, and the style tag is added in the head. Okay, so under the link here we can add style tag. Right, so type in the style tag, then you can close it. Let's type in the style tag here. All right, so now inside the style tag you can then put you can then target the tag or the element that you want to style. So let's take for example, we want to style the whole body, and give a background of, let's say, green. So let's do that. So here we can see body, and then you open and close a curly bracket, and you now add color. So let's say background color. Background color should be green, for example. Okay, now let's go over to the website and let's refresh. Okay, so as you can see, the whole of the background is now green. All right, now let's do another one. Let's target the list here. Okay, so our content, let's target that. So the list is inside a div, and the div has a class of contents. Okay, so let's go here and let's say dot contents, and then UL. Let's give a background. Background color. Sorry. Background color of let's say yellow. Okay. Let's refresh. Control arrow, and as you can see, the color, the background color here is yellow. All right. So this is how we can use this method to style our website. Okay, so as you can see, the website is already looking, having some few colors. All right, so for a basic website like this, or let's say for a landing page with just some few lines of code, this method is okay. You can use this method, to style your website. But then if you have a website that has 3 pages, 4 pages, let's say from 2 pages and above up to maybe 5 to 20 pages, this method is actually gonna it's not gonna work, because you have to go into all the pages and then you have to try to style it using this method, and it's also going to make your lines of codes to be too long. All right, now if you look at this website, this is a basic website, just a little website, but you can see we have almost 200 lines of code, 236 lines of code. Now if you are to style everything in this website inside the head here, you find out that the lines of code is going to be 500 codes or so, or even more than 500 codes. So if you are designing a website and has a lot of functions, and you try to use this method, it's going to be too lengthy, okay, for the website. So which is why it's good to look at um the next step that we're going to look at in this tutorial. The last method we're going to talk about is the external CSS styling method. So for this, we're going to be using a link. And then in our previous lesson, I think in our lesson 2 or lesson 3, we talked about a link, and then we added a link to our website. Now, if you look here, we have a link, and then the link has a relationship of style sheets, and then the href is the styles.css. Now we created a style.css here. Okay, so as you can see here, we already have a style.css, and then let's open that. So if we open this, we can see it's empty. Now this is this is the external CSS I'm talking about. So here we can do our styling here. Now the important thing about this styling is we have an about page here, okay, and this is not linked. So this is very good. Now let's just do this. Let's style this. Yeah, let's take off the style tag here, okay, and then let's come to the CSS, the style of CSS. Okay, so let's say we want to give the body have a background color of let's give it teal. Okay, so let's refresh, and as you can see, we have teal as a background here. Okay, so we can do the same thing to the content there. So content, then UL, then let's give a background color, of blue. All right. So this is the external method, all right? So as you can see, this is working. Now, if we go over to our about page, go to the about us. Okay, now you find out that this particular page is not affected by our style. Okay, so and that's because the link, we didn't link up this one. So let's just link up, add a link here. Let's link here, and then let's say style.css. The color was taking effect. All right, so this is the importance of using this method of external CSS method. Okay, now with this, if you have 10 pages in your website, you can easily style all the pages, okay, using your style sheet, using the external style sheet that we have. All right, so these are the three methods, and the best approach to use is to go with the link method, okay, because this is easier. It's going to link up all your pages together. Okay, you can easily style this, and then your CSS codes are going to be stored in a separate page, which is going to be easy for you to read. Okay, so this is the best method that we're going to be using, and this is the approach I'm going to be using in our future tutorials. Okay, so now we've come to the end of this tutorial. In our next tutorial, we're going to look at JavaScript. Okay, we're going to look at how to add JavaScript into our website. All right, if you like this video, subscribe, like, and share this video. Okay, and then we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.